good today. In the garden, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. I'm Amy from the GOG, Garden of Good Creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live, and love. In a garden, gonna dig big and trust. In the garden, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Love, 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 love. Can you feel it falling on your head right now? From my heart to yours. Gardener friends, hello and welcome to my space, which is your space, which is all space and time. Welcome to the Garden of Good. This is my purest joy to spread love and light with you, to make good today in the garden, cultivate more good in our lives. We are creating good, we are making good. I have written you a little chant to get you ready for our time together. Today we're going to talk about space. That's our prompt. So I'm going to encourage you to take space tonight. Making space for all we are. Making space for we are stardust. Making space for all we dream. Making space for who we can be. We'll try it again, it goes. Making space for all we are. Making space for we are stardust. Making space for all we dream. Making space for who we can be. Want to try it with me? Breathe. Making space for all we are. Take a breath with me. Making space for we are stardust. Let yourself sing, come on. Making space for all we dream. Making space for who we can be. Who we can be. We're making space for who we can be. Let's try it once. One more time from the top. I invite you to try it with me. Making space for all we are. Take a breath. Making space for we are stardust. Yes. Making space for all we dream. Making space for who we can be. For who we can be. I believe in you. Just breathing in this idea that we are making space tonight for all we are, making space for we are stardust, making space for all we dream, making space for who we can be. The garden, week 17, space. I just love these words. They're words and we're playing with them. And this idea is that it's just a prompt. It's just something that gives us a portal, an opportunity to look within ourselves and see a greater good and play with it a little bit. So as you know, for each 3 months, we're going for this whole year. I can't believe it. It feels like it's a huge mountain that we're climbing, that I'm climbing. None of you have signed on to be here for the whole year yet. I should ask who has decided they're going to do the whole year. Jeannie's going to do the whole year with me. That's awesome. Lisa's going to do the whole year. Crystal's going to do the whole year. Cass, y'all are awesome. Y'all are brave souls to decide that every single week you're going to make good with us together and see what happens at the end of the year and then sort of decide what we're going to do moving forward. So we have got every quarter. I invite you, I ask you, root and fruit. Y'all, my root is dedication this quarter for the mind quarter. And my fruit is the book about the dollhouse. Will you please, Sherry, as often as possible, ma'am, I love you. Let's remember kindness first. Just open you. Gardener's choice, camera optional, and confidentiality. What happens here stays here. I am allowing myself to keep you in the edit if you read a poem or do a prayer. And if you don't want me to, I will just say, you know what, I don't want to be in that video, and private message me and I'll leave you out of it. But I think that if you read a poem for me, you want to be seen. So tonight we have our opening poem, and it will be our beloved Lisa.
It's by Kirsten Gauthier. In the vast expanse where stars reside lies a mysterious realm waiting to be untied. A boundless canvas, an infinite embrace. Let me take you on a journey through space. In the depths of the cosmos, galaxies spin, a celestial ballet where wonders begin. Planets dance in orbits like cosmic art, unveiling the essence of the universe's heart. Beyond Earth's confines, we venture afar to distant realms where wonders bizarre. Nebulas twinkle like celestial fireworks, whispering tales of creation where awe lurks. Oh, the cosmic tapestry woven with lights as shooting stars streak through the night. Supernovas explode like fireworks in the sky, illuminating mysteries as time slowly flies by. Black holes, voracious devourers of matter, bend the fabric of space with an ethereal chatter. Enigmas of the universe where gravity is immense, guarding secrets deep within their presence. In the emptiness, we find celestial melodies, from pulsars and quasars, cosmic symphonies, radiating energy, harmonizing the celestial plane, guiding us on a cosmic voyage without restraint. As we drift through this cosmic sea, sense the vastness, how incredibly free. The universe whispers, its secrets unfold, awe and wonder, its stories untold. So let your spirit soar beyond the sky, embrace the unknown, let your imagination fly. For in the grandeur of space's divine embrace, discover beauty, wonder, and endless grace.
Took me there. You took me to space. So I want to welcome you all, dear ones, tonight. Tonight we meet in the tender soil of space. I wanted to presence the awareness that we started in the heart, and the heart to me was like tilling the soil. It was like getting the soil ready for what we're doing here, deciding what our ground looks like. And the heart is sort of, I always think of it as, of course, right here. And it's like the space, they're learning where our intelligence really is, right? A huge amount of our neurons and everything is connected to our heart math and stuff like that. But I was thinking about the mind as being the time where we plant the seeds and the seeds begin to soften. A seed is usually sort of hard and has big edges to it. And so tonight I want you to think about this week in mind as being a softening of your seeds, of the dreams that we're planting, of the things that we're thinking of creating, the fruits and the good that we want to make. And I want to invite you to show up exactly as you are, whether it's tired or feeling, imperfect. I just want tonight to be really filled with grace and a space where these tiny seeds that we're planting, whatever you might get a hint or a clue as your next dream, as we talk about space, we're going to talk about infinite possibility tonight. And I just want you to know that you are loved and that you are enough and that you are growing something good just by being here. And let this garden tonight be a place that's gentle, that's just holding you gently. Yes? One of the things that I kept thinking about when I was thinking about space was the infinitude, the infinity of it, right? The endlessness, the boundlessness that you can't, I had a joke to share, which was that my dad once told a joke about infinity and space, but I never heard the end of it. Thank you. I'll be here all night. And then the other joke I have is that, the earth is getting so expensive, but if you think about it, it's a deal. We get a free trip around the sun every year. Hey, thank you so much. Okay. So as I was thinking about infinitude and writing a little talk, I thought, I feel like we've done stuff with an infinity sign before, but I just kind of thought we might play with an infinity sign. So what I want you to do is grab a light marker, your lightest marker, or even a pencil if you want. Because if I had my way, I would have a pencil. But since I didn't tell you to bring a pencil, I didn't want to pressure you with that. And make yourself an infinity sign. And this is the infinitude and the infinite possibility of you and of the garden of your mind. All right. John Muir, who is an author, wrote, "The power of imagination makes us infinite." Makes us infinite. So as we're thinking about infinitude, I just want you to take some time here to make some beautiful flowers of infinity, since we are gardening right now. We're going to do 2 little crafts today. And the first thing will be just to create like a vine around. I'm teaching you how to loop around so it looks like this is looping around. Do you see it? And you can make it as big or as little as you want. But it's the idea that this vine is going around this. It's going around it, right? And then as you are doing this and making your infinity garden of your own mind, because then you're going to add some leaves. We're going to add some leaves around there. These are all of the ideas, the infinite amount of imagination that is growing all the time. When we plant that seed of commitment, when we plant that seed of determination, how it shows up and shows off as you in so many different ways, right? I'm making some purple flowers. These are, just the thoughts and ideas flowering and blooming in my life and your life as we go through this. And I did this a couple times.
Hang on, you're
today.
going super, super, super fast. But Could you do me a favor? Could you sing the song, "Let Me Be Intimate with the Infinite"?
I love you, but I was going to actually I was going fast because I was going to, while you guys are doing this, I was going to give you my little talk.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was being very
do you see what I'm saying? So I know I'm going fast. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. The idea is that you make different blooms, however you want to make blooms, as you do this, I will be giving you a little mini talk. So the idea is that you're just thinking about space and infinitude and infinity and the infinity of blooms. And I have my piano closed up, so I won't be singing that song tonight for you, but I promise you I will somehow play the track at one point here tonight for you. So this is like just this idea that you're going to make this as busy and as fun as you would like. And I will be giving you a mini little talk while you doodle. That's sort of like been happening for me, where I feel like I want to give you guys some time to doodle. And so how I do that is I give a talk. Like, does anybody want to show theirs? I love that. It's so active. It looks like just so much energy. Do you see that? Beautiful. I love that you chose stars. And I love it. Beautiful. Look, she's got like a galaxy and stars. I love it. Space. Yes. So tonight we gather in this theme, space, but of course, not just inner space. I mean, not just outer space, not just physical space, but the space of infinite possibility that lives within us. Okay? And I want to guide us with this simple, profound sentence from the poet, the prophet, and the painter, William Blake. And this inspired Aldous Huxley's Doors of Perception. He says, if the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. Let's breathe that in. If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man, woman, as it is, infinite. So he goes on to say, for man has closed himself up till he sees all things through a narrow chink in his cavern. So this cavern that he talks about is this self-created cave. Not a cave made of stone, but one of beliefs, one of limited perception, stories we've told ourselves about what is and isn't possible. So the question is, where is your perception limited? Where have you just shut the door, drawn the blinds, labeled things? That's realistic. That's not possible. It's too late for me. What is it? What if we've been peeking at life through a keyhole when there's an entire cathedral of stars waiting on the other side of the door? So what Blake, his solution is for this cavern that is closed up is cleanse the doors of perception. What does that mean? That means opening our minds, softening our judgments, expanding our awareness. It means letting go of the cramped mental space that we've been living in to step into something vaster, truer, and freer. It means decluttering, not just our homes. Some of us really need to do that, but our hearts and our heads. We are not here to live in an echo chamber of fear and repetition. We are here to be cosmic beings in a wild, expanding universe, remembering our divinity. I'm asking you, do you remember you? Do you remember who you are? Space is not empty. It's infinite. Let's talk about space. People say space, they often think of emptiness, but space is not empty. It's potentiality. And in the universe, most of space is made up of dark energy, an invisible force that's pushing everything outward, expanding the cosmos faster and faster. So what if the space in your life, the pause, the unknown, the silence, it's not emptiness? I needed to come upon this today. What if it's expansion, especially when you're resting? What if that's imperative? What if the space between your thoughts is where your next dream is gathering? Who here allows space between your thoughts? Do you? Infinite possibility is a perception shift. So let me ask you something. What if everything around you is already infinite, but your mind hasn't been able to see it yet? So what if possibility has always been present, It's not coming later, but it's just simply waiting for you. Everything is already infinite, but we only see the cracks, the limits, the cave walls. How do we begin to see differently? We make space in our minds and we take space in our lives. We imagine bigger. We declutter the cave. We become gardeners of good, not just by planting, but by clearing space for what wants to grow. Space this week for me is really about that idea of like less is more, right? And it's time to like personally reflect, right? There was a time in my life and I still struggle with this, with believing whether or not my possibilities are shrinking based upon age or circumstance or comparison. And I see the world sometimes through these narrow chinks, as Blake spoke of. But then something has happened here in the garden, honestly. I have made some space to listen, to feel, to be quiet, and I've made space and I've created, I've stepped out. I've stepped out of this idea of too lateness. I'm over that. And that's the invitation tonight, to cleanse the doors, to trust the infinite. So I leave you with this in this little tiny talk. What doors of perception in your life are fogged up with fear or doubt or old stories? Where are you being invited to see with new eyes, to perceive life from the wide sky of your spirit? You are not small, you are not trapped, you are not too late. You are standing at the threshold of infinite possibility, and all you have to do is open the door.
So I'm spending an entire month of the winter somewhere tropical with my beloved.
All right, we're going to do one more craft. Is that cool? Do you guys want to? And when you have your 3 favorite colors, line them up, and then, was it hot dog or hamburger or whatever it is, long to short, however you call it, fold it in half. And half of them are going to be our stars and half of them are going to be our shootings, if you will, our sparkles or whatever. So once you kind of carve, fold it in half, you're going to cut. You're going to cut it in half.
All 3 pieces?
All 3 pieces. We're going to make it easy. So we do it all at once. So you fold them all 3 over and then cut all 3. And then you're going to take one of them and push it aside. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take a darker marker so that you can, because you're going to cut out, line up those 3 pieces, and then make yourself a star. And you can make it as funky and you can make it as many points as you want. I'm just going to do sort of a tradish 5-point star. It's not that great, but you know what? It's about the energy that we're putting to this. And this is the star of infinite possibility, the stars of infinitude. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out, all 3 of them. So we've only drawn it on 1, but if you hold those 3 pieces of paper together, you're going to get 3 stars, right? Or wait, did I want to do more than 3? Okay, we're just going to do 3. We're going to make life easy. I think before it was more than 3, but I like the idea of 3. 3 big ones. And maybe the 3 kind of are reflective of the I, the you, and the we. I like that. All right. So it's that I shine my light and you are shining yours. So I'm reflecting off you. And then the we, like the collective, right? So you're going to have 3 just gorgeous stars. Look at how beautiful they are. And then these are scraps, and I hate to make so many scraps because before it was going to be 6 stars, but it's only going to be 3. So these are great to do more crafting. Put them in your scrap bucket. So I say we pick one that's the I, we pick one that's the you, and we pick one that's the we. And we can do whatever you want. We can see, I'm going to put on one, I'm going to put I shine. I shine. You shine. And then we shine. Because it is pretty cool how, I've really noticed the power of the multitude, right? The power of two, wherever two more are gathered, that kind of thing. I have noticed that a lot lately, especially being around a lot of spiritual community. So we're going to put our little stars aside when you've cut them out. Am I going too fast? I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm just going to look at my stars while you cut your stars out. I am loving my 3 stars here. I shine, you shine, we shine. I light up the world with my infinitude. You light up the world with your infinitude. And we all see each other and glorify each other, highlight each other. So now you've got this piece of paper, right? And what I want you to do is turn it on its side like this. And then the idea is that the shooting star, I'll show you the example again. This one had more stars, but the shooting stars, it's kind of like this. It's like this kind of like that. All right. And what I want you to do is kind of cut along them. So we're going to cut out the top. We're going to cut out the bottom. Right? So this is going to be like our star shooting, right? And we're going to make it about the size of the star. So this is a real improvised craft, you guys. But I did it today a couple different times, and I thought it was cool. So then from here, I want you to cut, little kind of spark, different lines. So it's like sparks. And these could be as big or as little as you like. Like I'm cutting one that I didn't even draw. And don't cut all the way, because then we're going to have just a bunch of different, cut, leaving like a good bit there at the end so that you don't have a bunch of just different, Now, I don't particularly love that I can see these lights, so. Okay, so we've got our lines, our sparkles. What do we call these? Our star trails. And I thought it was cool if we take a different color for each, like, so you take one color and make it on a different color star trail, and then line up your star so you don't see the end, right? So it looks like it's coming off the star. Does that make sense? Just kind of line it up. And then you do the same thing with the other two. I got to see Gretchen this weekend. She's not here tonight, but she'll be back, I'm sure. It was cool. I got to see a gardener in person. We have to have another garden date with the locals here. We don't have Breezy here tonight. I have to reach out to Breezy. Tell her we missed her. Okay, so now I've got these 3 And I want to layer them somehow on top of each other. And you get to kind of, okay, so maybe this wasn't done right. I should have, what I should have done was done all the stars together first. Look, it comes right off. Instead of doing it that way, you guys, this is the worst craft ever. I'm so sorry. Put the stars together first. I know you're all going to forgive me for this being so messy. Put the stars together first. Then put these on. I thought I did it the other way before, but it's the process, right, Canadian friends? It's the process. All right, so maybe it's not the most beautiful one for us, but so once you've got your, however you decide to do it, I want to like differentiate everything, right? So I'm going to like draw some bits and bobs to sort of show the movement, like outlining a little bit. And then in our space on our shooting stars, I want us to put affirmations for ourselves, like I am infinite and anything is possible. I am a dreamer. I am a dreamer. You may say I'm a dreamer. I'm not the only one. Dream on. Dance on. You know? And then you get to just kind of decorate it however you want. Like I'm going to add, I really like playing with white. I don't know if you guys have any white markers, but I recommend getting some white, getting some metallic stuff. Somebody was doing some stuff with gold. It was Lisa P had some gold paper. It's fun to try to find some shiny things. I love a shiny thing. I put we on top. Anything is possible. Say that. Anything is possible. I am space. I give myself permission to take up space, to shine my light, to be present to what is. I mean, I know that Joellen, who I called out for yawning, is working on presence. So this anything is possible thing is probably an interesting thing because you're like so in the moment, right? Which, you know, I want to tell you guys this process for me of booking the New York show and then writing this book and having these big dreams again. You know, our highest selves don't just want our dreams to come true. I think our highest selves also want to keep us safe. So sometimes our highest selves will cause us to chicken out on things. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like I've given myself permission. Just today, I was sitting at lunch with AJ and I was having a moment. And she said, "Are you regretting your decision to go to New York?" And I said, part of me is, because I've set myself up for this big thing, right? And what if it's a failure? What if it doesn't work? What if nothing happens? What if it's just another show? What if? Well, you know what? You can't know unless you go for it, right? You just can't know unless you try. Ooh, look, I found a silver. And that's, I feel like for me, part of my journey as a teacher and a minister and as a performer and all that is just to go for it. And maybe to fall on my face and to be like, so what? Do it. Just do it. James, I'm going to out you for a minute because or maybe did I already out you about this last week about the comment you made to me where I posted about how, I was comparing myself to Sarah Bareilles. And James called me and said to me, I compare myself to you. And I was floored.
You're my Sarah Bareilles. Yeah, Sarah.
I was floored by that. I mean, to me, because I think you're absolutely amazing and brilliant. And aren't we seeing James shine his light so bright already with his visual art? We are applauding you coming back out of that art closet. We are so excited for that for you. But I just want to say, I think fear is a part of it. It's a part of the, wait, is there music playing? No. Okay. Oh, and she's got the silver paper. I sort of went with this blue, greens. I shine. You shine. I shine. I love the yellow. Kristen,
yeah, sure.
I love it. Okay, I think we all want that tattooed on us. And I do want to invite you, if you would like to give to the garden, to give a love offering. Several of you gave last week. Thank you so much to everybody. And also garden grams. I am overdue for my garden grams, okay? I have a few gifts that have not gotten out yet. And I also have a bunch of stamps that Cindy gave me. So I will be sending out grams this week. I promise. So I invite you to give some grams out. We have a list of people's addresses. Please add your name. There's a couple people that have joined us that are new. Add your name to that list. If somebody wouldn't mind putting the link in the chat for that, that would be so great. And I am thankful and grateful for every single dollar. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time, talents, and treasures. And now I want to remind you of your affirmation cards, which is perfect because Joellen just mentioned hers. So this is mine for the week. Remember, you are stardust. Dedicate yourself to your infinitude. So, my word is dedication. So I invite you to make an affirmation that speaks to what we're talking about. Make space for your fruit. So take space for your root, meaning take that opportunity to become aware of whatever it is. If it was enthusiasm, you know what? I would love if you guys put your root. If you have a root, put it in the chat and I'm going to speak them out. If you have a root, put it in the chat. I know we have enthusiasm. I know we have dedication, because I remember during the first quarter, we really kind of started to overlap each other. Confidence, devotion, commitment, enthusiasm, living in the present moment, mindfulness, curiosity, expression. You guys, these all complement each other. Release. So we can know these for each other. And as we know these for each other, we know them for ourselves. And then we make space for your fruit. So I know for me, for my fruit is writing. So I have to make space for it. I have to make a decision to take the time to make the space for it. And then another thing I wanted to put in here is self-worth from Loretta, and then learning tools to honor my inner parts, Cindy. I love that. So perfect to me, for me with the dollhouse, of course. Okay, so everybody, one thing I wanted to put in here was to allow space for rest, because I'm struggling with that. I'm struggling with putting the phone down, with putting the writing down, with putting the booking gigs down. I need to rest. You need to rest. I know Chrislyn hit a wall this week too, right? Because you're a go, 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 goer. I saw it. One day we didn't see a post from her. And I was like, oh, she must be tired. She's having a day where she's actually tired. Oh my gosh, I just ruined my beautiful nails. Oh well, I'll redo them. And that's the thing too, is like allow yourself space to mess up. I just messed up my nails by sitting on them excitedly. All right, we're going to close with a meditation. Martha's going to lead us in the meditation. I'm super.
All right, everybody. I invite you to take a deep breath in and slowly let it go. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel yourself arriving here, right now. Imagine above you a vast open sky, endless space. No ceilings, no borders, no fences, only freedom. Now, picture the space inside your mind, as wide and boundless as that sky. An open field where dreams are seeds and every thought is a breeze that stirs the soil. In this space within you, anything is possible. New ideas can bloom, new visions can take flight, new paths can unfold even when you cannot see them. Breathe into that infinite space. Feel it expand with every inhale. Feel it relax and open even more with every exhale. You are the gardener of this vast inner world. You plant the seeds of possibility with your attention, your faith, your willingness. And just like any garden, some things bloom quickly and some take time. And some surprises appear that you didn't even know you planted. Let yourself trust the infinite intelligence working in this invisible space. It knows how to grow your dreams. It knows how to unfold new ways of thinking, new ways of living, new ways of being. Right now, in this stillness, feel yourself connected to the endless possibilities of your mind. You are a creator. You are a dreamer. You are an infinite garden in bloom. Let's anchor it now with a simple thought, a seed for the road. I trust the infinite possibilities within me. Say it silently inside yourself. I trust the infinite possibilities within me. And as you gently bring your awareness back to the room, carry this open, fertile, infinite space with you. Carry the trust, carry the wonder, Carry the knowing that your garden is growing in ways seen and unseen. Deep breath in and slowly breathe it out. And so it is.
A wonderful night. And that again, I want to presence the awareness of gentleness, because I know that I poked you tonight. I poked you to say, what if you could do anything? That is a very scary question, because it pushes the edges out a little bit more on you, right? And so be gentle with yourself as your seeds are softening. And I thank you so much for a beautiful gathering here tonight. I love you so much. I am so high on that meditation. Wasn't it good? It was really good. Thank you so much, Martha. All right. I love y'all. And I'll see you after the song to say good night. Here we go. Play, pray, slay. In the dark, gonna make good today. In the dark, gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. I'm Amy from the GOG, Garden of Good Creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Give, live, and love. In a garden gonna dig big and trust. In the garden gonna create.